Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus and welcome to Livestream Tuesday. And thank you everybody for getting involved already in the chat room about half an hour ago, waiting for this live stream to start. So thank you everybody for tuning in. We've got Lucy and David and Debbie and Lisa and KODJ and Ian and Vince and Linda and KODJ again and the Rock Chick. Hello guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Now, the first thing is that for some reason it's really organized on my screen, and I'm sure that I've forgotten to put something up on screen or done something for the future of the live stream that I'm going to need when I get there, but we'll just see what happens. First of all, let me get you guys up on screen and see if that's all working, the live chat room. Hello guys, and everybody in there, guys and girls, and also we have had a couple of donations in the super chat window before we even started tonight. So a massive thank you to you, Carla, for donating $9.99, and also to Angela, who donated $5. And Angela did ask a question, but I'm going to be getting to that as soon as I've got the names going along the bottom of the screen, because these are my patrons who make everything possible on this channel, all of the analysis videos and this live stream as well. So thank you guys at the bottom of the screen. You know who you are, and you guys also pop up in the super chat window as well. But we've had another donation from Rose, which is $5. Thank you so much for that, Rose. Just something quickly to mention about the super chat window. I think last week it was taking quite a long time for it to show up when people did donate. So just to let you know that there might be a 30-second or longer delay, so don't do another donation if you don't see it on screen really early or after 30 seconds. Just hold on, because it might show up a little bit later, and I don't want you guys to be donating money twice when you only mean to do it once. So just look out for that and hold on. And just while I'm talking about seeing things on screen a little bit late, if you are watching this, obviously it's live now, it's 3 minutes past 12, past midnight here in the UK, and if you're watching this in the future, last week I did mention at the end of the stream, but I'm going to mention it now at the beginning of the live stream, because somebody did tune in 6 hours after the live stream and was doing lots of comments underneath the video, trying to get my attention, but not knowing that it wasn't live, and then they said, "Why are you ignoring me?" and they got a little bit annoyed, but it's because if you're watching this in the future, it's not live, so I can't address you if you're commenting underneath the video. So just if you are watching this, obviously it's going to seem live because it is live now when I'm doing it, but if you're looking at this in the future, the best thing to do is just Google what is the time in London, England, and you'll know that if it isn't 3 minutes past midnight here in the UK, in London, then it won't be live. So just to let you guys know that, it's always better for me to throw that out there so you guys don't think that I'm ignoring you in the comments underneath the video. I obviously can't see them in the future. But anyway, guys, thank you for everybody tuning in who is here tonight. And we've had another donation in the super chat window, and this is from Debbie, who has donated $9.99. Thank you so much for that, Debbie. And it says, "#1 fan," with a man jumping up and down and punching the air. So thank you for that. I just want to address Angela's question that she posed to me before the live stream started with her donation, and it was, "Hi Phil, what would be your dream guitar if funds were unlimited, if you care to share?" And I think the first guitar that I ever wanted to buy was a white Fender Strat, because that's what I saw Jimi Hendrix playing, and Jimi Hendrix was the first guitarist that I got into and listened to, just trying to break down his techniques and play anywhere near what he was doing. That was the plan to start with. So seeing that guitar, it's one of those that I then always wanted, and I got that when I think I was 21. So it was thumbs up from me for getting that. Obviously my 21st birthday, but it might have been a bit earlier than that actually, maybe 19. I think it was when I was 19 that I got the Fender Strat. So actually I might be able to lean to the side. I've got two white guitars on a white background, so the Tanglewood acoustic behind me and the white Fender Strat that you will be able to see hanging up by the wall. And then after that, it just so happens that the Steve Vai Gem that I now have that Mario sent me, and if Mario turns up in the live chat room, we all say hi to Mario. But he sent me the guitar that I had looked at quite a lot previously, and it just so happened it worked out that way that I would have always loved to have got a Steve Vai gem. And this one's signed by Steve Vai as well. The signature model is something that I did look at and think, oh, it would be great to have that guitar one day. And it just happened, and that's all Mario's fault. If you can't really say fault because that's like blaming someone, but if I have to blame Mario for that, then thank you very much, Mario, for that. It is your fault, and I am eternally grateful for that. So that was the other guitar that I did have my eye on, and it just so happened that it worked out that I did manage to get my hands on it. So thank you, Angela, for that, and all of the donations in the Super Chat window. We've got a lot to talk about tonight, and we will be getting into various things. I did mention in the last live stream that I was going to do a video with the warning on Thursday, which is what we planned, and Danny did contact me early Thursday morning to let me know that Danny, unfortunately, did I say Danny or Rudy? I'm talking too quickly, but Rudy, their manager, let me know that Danny was ill. Unfortunately, she got the flu, and they were due to play that weekend, so that was called off on Thursday morning, so it didn't unfortunately happen, but maybe we can reorganize that for the future, fingers crossed. And that's why I think a few people did say, where's the video, are you still editing it? It just so happened that we did have to call it off. But this is the thing, that when you're playing live, and especially if you're playing at the weekend and you become ill with the flu, I mean, the flu's just a nasty thing anyway, but if you do become ill, health is the most important thing. So it was called off on Thursday, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will happen again in the future, and we'll be able to reorganize, and I'll let you guys know exactly what's happening and when. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and if you can hit that thumbs up, that would be amazing to spike the likes really early on in this live stream. We are going to be getting into the first video of the night, and this was requested over on Patreon. Again, guys, thank you for replying to my post over there, so I've got some videos to play for you. I just can't decide normally what to play, so it really does help me out. We're going to be getting straight into Don't Cry, and this is the lyric video that I did for it, and this was requested over on Patreon by Ian, and it was Shirley as well that backed up Ian with this request, so we will be getting into that. But let me just have a quick look at the Super Chat window again, and I'm going to try and use my little trick to try and see the bottom of the window because it gets cut off, which is a little bit annoying sometimes. But James has donated $5. Thank you for that, James. The message is rock on, all wingers. So that is just directed at this live chat room window. So thank you for that, James, and I hope you guys all rock on tonight in that chat room window on the screen, and it all seems to be working so far. Fingers crossed. I always tempt fate, and it can potentially go wrong, but thank you, James. And Laurie has donated $10, and the message is, big thank you to you, Phil, and my wingers siblings in here for the love and support after the loss of my dad. You guys are simply the best, with 3 hearts. So thank you for that, Laurie, and thank you everybody for supporting and helping Laurie. And I did mention this last week. It's very sad news, but I'm glad, Laurie, that we could be of any support to you through a difficult time. But thank you so much for that donation. And we've had another donation. This is from Poet's Dreams, $4.99. And the message is, can't stay long, just wanted to drop in, say hello, spike a like, and give a donation with a heart and some rock horns. And that's Debbie S. She signed it off, but that's Poet's Dreams, $4.99. But thank you, Debbie, for that. And then Marge has donated $5 as well. The message is affordable strings for acoustic guitar, please and thank you. And there's a little smiley face in there as well. So thank you for that, Marge, and thank you for that $5 donation. And there is another one underneath that I'm going to try and access by zooming out and hope that it sorts itself out. And yes, it has. So we've got a $1.99 donation from Dima. And the message is greetings from Michigan with a thumbs up. So thank you so much for tuning in all the way from Michigan. And another donation has just come through again by Dima, $1.99. Greetings from Michigan, again with a thumbs up. So I did say at the beginning of the live stream, and thank you for that double donation if it was intentional, but sometimes there is a delay between donating and it coming through and it showing up on screen. So just be sure not to donate twice, because it probably will go through if everything is seemingly okay when you do it on your computer screen. I've never looked at the donation screen, so I'm not sure how it works, but just give it a little bit of time and it should show up. But thank you for that double donation. And then Carl has just donated $5, and this is to add to the Cross the Pond Fund. So thank you for that, Carl. That will get added to the Cross the Pond Fund. Let's get into this first video. So we're going to be having a look at Don't Cry, the lyric video, and this was requested by Ian and Shirley. I'll be in the chat room whilst this is playing, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock!
Go around thinking of her 1,000 times when you think you see her face in the crowd. Now she's gone, no way of ever knowing. Don't cry for me, don't cry, is what she'd say. Cry for me, don't cry. No more shopping in the hall, only empty spaces.
And there we have it. That was my song called Don't Cry. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And right at the end there was a little link to my website, which is wingsofpegasus.com/store if you want to buy my album. And that is something that I was going to talk about tonight, because I've been redesigning or doing exactly the same design, or attempting to, with CDs, because I was down to my last 2, so I had to order some more in, and I went to one company and I did a template, but then realized that that company has now gone out of business, so then I went to another company and did another template, but then the turnaround would have been 3 weeks, which is too long, so then I went to a third company and their template was different again, so I had to do 3 different CD designs to get it the same as the design that I had initially for all of those ones that I've already sent out. So that is now available. If you guys want to head over to wingsofpegasus.com, you'll be able to get yourselves an album, and that song will be on there. You can also download them individually, but I did take a picture of the CDs. There you go. And it's a very exciting picture, but those are the CDs that have just come in and ready to get thrown out there again. And hopefully you guys can still hear me when I've got a picture up on screen, because it's something that I did before and the audio cut out. So maybe I wasn't talking there, but I was just saying that those are the new CDs to get sent out, and it's the same design. I've tried to get it as close as possible to the original CDs that have been sent out, so you can head over to the website for that. So getting into the super chat as well, because we've had a couple more donations, and first of all, I'm gonna have to scroll up. Thank you guys so much for all of these donations, because Pam has donated $19.99, and the message is, "You are amazing," with a man dancing around and taking his hat off. And thank you for that, Pam, and thank you for that $19.99 donation. And then Shirley has donated $24.99. Thank you for that, Shirley. The message is, "This is so beautiful. Always cry at only empty spaces, but revive at your solo," with a guy with shades on and a smiley face, it looks like. But thank you for that, Shirley. And Linda has donated $5, and the message is, "In your opinion, are there any advantages if a guitar student has prior knowledge of the piano keyboard?" And I'm not sure. The difference is that with guitar, it's going to be, I think, easier to play if you do have a bit of knowledge. But then again, people that get really far down the avenue of playing scales on a piano or on the keyboard, whatever they choose to play, having that knowledge and then trying to turn that into playing the guitar can sometimes be quite a difficult step to make. So it is sometimes better to have somebody who doesn't know anything, and then you teach them all the shapes so that they can play great lead solos, because they're all playing in the shapes of the scales, and then you can tell them what the scales are afterwards, and it means that they can get straight into playing music rather than getting straight into the theory, which I think a lot of people don't continue or get put off by theory too early on. And I just like to get people to play straight away, and then if they want to know what they're doing, then I can explain that to them as well. But anyway, Linda, thank you so much for that donation and the question as well. And Bernard has also donated $24.99. Thank you so much for that. And the message is, "Phil, you are the man," with a thumbs up and a guitar. So thank you for that, Bernard, or Bernard, however you do pronounce it. I think we say Bernard here in the UK, or Bernard. Maybe, I don't know, but thank you so much for that donation. You can let me know in the comments section in the chat room as to the correct pronunciation, because it's something that I do like to get correct. But we've had a donation from Last Star Day 7 as well for $2. Thank you so much for that. And the message is, "I listen to your CD all the time in car. Great CD." Thank you so much for the kind words and for buying the CD in the first place. And then Ian's in the house and has donated a crazy $116. And Ian was the one who actually asked to play Don't Cry, and he's done his own version of it on his YouTube channel as well, so check that out if you get a chance. Ian, thank you so much for that donation, and the message is, "For getting to 116,000 subscribers with a happy face, and for playing Don't Cry." So no problem, Ian. Thanks for tuning in and for all of your support, and for covering one of my songs as well, and for tuning in regularly on the live streams as well. But a crazy donation. And just to throw it out there as well, that yeah, we did pass 116,000 subscribers recently. I think it was maybe last week, at the end of last week. So thank you everybody for hitting that thumbs up and subscribing. And if you get a chance to hit that thumbs up now, that would be great, because we always aim for 200 likes on these live streams, and we'll see how far we can get with that tonight. So let's have a spike of the likes if possible at 21 seconds. And I've even got the mug, and I think there are a lot of mugs in the chat room. So everybody cheers and spike the likes. I'm going to have a quick sip of water just while I mention about having a sip of water and doing things on screen. When that Don't Cry video was playing, it went a little bit laggy at one point, and that was totally my fault, because I was moving things around on the screen in the software that I'm using right now, thinking it wouldn't affect anything, but then I realized that everything started to go really slowly with the live stream. So apologies for that. That was my own fault, why it went a little bit dodgy in the Don't Cry video for a few seconds. But thank you everybody for the super chat donations, because we've had a few more as well. Ginger Duran has donated $10, and the message is, "Hi Phil, I'm happy to be here this week. The analysis videos in which your concepts vocally or on the guitar really make the lessons pop. Keep up the good work," with a smiley face. So thank you so much for that donation, Ginger Duran. And then Lucy is in the house again and has donated $24.99. Thank you for that, Lucy. The message is a little bit small for me to see the pictures. It looks like a smiley face and then a dog or a horse or something like that. And the message is, "Houston livestock show and rodeo starting. Some dollars for you to put aside to come over and experience it, or for the Across the Pond tour." So thank you for that, Lucy, with some rock horns and a heart and peace as well. And maybe I did get that right at the beginning, because I said a horse and a dog, but maybe it's two dogs. But thank you, Lucy, for that. And as I've said before, rodeo is a little bit beyond my bravery for especially my hands. I've just got this phobia of falling and breaking a finger, or not being able to play the guitar, and then not being able to teach people guitar, which would be a nightmare. But thank you for that donation. And then Marty has donated $2. Thank you for that, Marty. The message is, "Cheers from Georgia, USA." So thanks for tuning in, Marty. Thanks everyone in the chat room for tuning in tonight, and Laurie's in there moderating, and Barbara and Rose and Lucy and Goofatar and KADJ, Barbara, Malcolm. Hello guys, thanks for tuning in and spending your Tuesday night or Tuesday day with me, depending on where you are. So I'm going to be getting into the next video, but I also want to mention about a video that I'll be doing maybe next week, as early as next week, because there is an actor and a writer and a producer by the name of Donal Logue, and he's currently in a series called Gotham, and you can see that, I think it's in its 5th series or 5th season, as you say over there in the USA. But Donal has been following the channel for a long time, and he got in contact with me a very long time ago, probably about a year ago, but then has been in contact again, asking for me to take a look at Rory Gallagher. And he's a massive fan of Rory's, and I said, why not join me on the channel and we can team up for an analysis video. So that'll probably be happening next week. And I did try and set up something on the screen so that you guys could see Donal just being interviewed. I don't know whether this is going to work and that you can hear what I'm saying, but hopefully you can. Fingers crossed, because yes, Donal will be on the channel hopefully next week, but we have to organize our diaries and make sure that we can work everything out. But I think it's going to be interesting to have somebody on who's a fan of Rory's, that we can both talk about things. I can talk about things analytically, and he can talk about things as a fan, and he also plays the guitar himself as well. So that should be a really interesting analysis video to do, and hopefully you guys can see this on screen. And I think the first time I saw Donal was in the film Blade, and I I think I was in my late teens when I saw that film. So you might recognize him, you might not, but Donal will be on the show and hopefully next week. Fingers crossed. And it's something that might be interesting to do in the future from an analytical standpoint, but also analyzing an artist that somebody is into, also hearing their views on it as well. And Donal certainly is a really interesting guy anyway, a really nice guy, and we'll be getting him on the channel soon. So something to look forward to in the future. And it's great that he watches these videos, but it's also great that you guys watch these videos, the analysis videos, and you like and you subscribe. So thank you guys, everyone, for doing that, and my patrons at the bottom of the screen as always. So we have had another donation in the super chat window, and this is Calfolk7, who has donated $4.99, and the message is "cross the pond!" exclamation mark. So thank you for that donation, and it will go in the Cross the Pond fund. So hopefully that will happen one day, and certainly if guys like Donal are on the channel, and maybe I can go over there, hang out with Donal, and it will be great, and all you guys can come as well, and we'll just rent a hangar or something, and I don't know what we'll do, but it'll be fun. We'll play some music or something. But thank you so much for that donation. We're going to be getting into the next video of the live stream, which is going to be the cover video that I always request over on Patreon, and thank you for answering that call, guys, over there, because this was requested by Linda, and it was my Winger cover. This is a song called Miles Away, and I think on this video I explain it all before I play through the song and my version of the song. So rather than explain it twice, as I always tend to do, I'm just gonna let the video play. As always, I'm gonna be in the super chat window. I won't be in the super chat window, I'll be in the live chat room window. And the reason that I say super chat window is because in the last video, that's exactly what I was doing that made the whole stream go really slow. I was trying to get this super chat on top of the video, which means I have to change the layers in the software. So that's why it unfortunately went a little bit slowly in the earlier video, but now I've explained that. I'll be in the live chat room, and I don't know how to get in the super chat window myself, so I don't think I'll ever be able to get in there, but I know that I can get into the live chat room. So I'll be with you guys in there while this video is playing. I hope you enjoy this. It's my version of Miles Away by the very late 80s, early 90s band when they hit their stride, called Winger. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll see you afterwards. Rock! Okay, so quick introduction to this next video. This is more of a tribute video to Kip Winger, as I've been to see Kip in London and with his band, Winger, numerous times, and once I even went to France just to watch Winger. So this is my tribute, and it's me playing and singing Miles Away, and I hope you like it. See you later. Rock!
So this is love, or so you tell me, as you're walking out the door. Months go by, and I know for certain it's not the love I'm looking for. Sometimes, just for a moment, I reach out and hope you're still there. Miles away, no, you're never turning back. I just can't wait anymore. Miles away, nothing left but what we had. Just when I needed you most, you were miles away. It's hard to tell what you're going through. You kept your feelings locked inside of you. Open your heart, and chances are what you're feeling, I'm feeling too. If only just for a moment, hold on to the dreams that we had. Miles away, no, you're never turning back. I just can't wait
And there we have it. That was my version of Miles Away by Winger, and Kip Winger has his own analysis video on the channel here somewhere, so you can check him out. Like I said in that video, I've been to see him a few times. And also a shout out to Reb Beach as well, the guitarist for Winger, who also has played with Whitesnake as well, because his tapping technique, such a great sound, legato sound to his tapping that I'm a big fan of. So you can check out Reb Beach and Kip Winger. Kip Winger, by the way, even though he was seen as a hard rock guy in the late 80s, early 90s, just missed the boat, I think, with the whole 80s hard rock movement. But he's also a composer and does a lot of composing for whole orchestras. So he's got so much talent and ability on a 12-string as well. If you go and watch him live at one of his one-man shows, he can just keep you entertained for the full hour and a half just with a 12-string, playing all of his hits. If you do know Winger, he plays all of them and arranges them all for his 12-string. So top technical ability guitarist-wise with a 12-string as well. So anyway, thank you guys for the action in the Super Chat window, because we've had another couple of donations. And first of all, Lucy has donated $9.99. Thank you again, Lucy. The message is, the dollar is for you to come and watch the riders and not actually do any rodeo stuff like ride a bronco, horse and such, with a laughing face. People come from all over the experience carnival entertainment food. So I think maybe people come from all over the world to experience, all the country to experience the carnival entertainment and food. And if there's food there, maybe a barbecue, then it sounds a lot better than getting thrown off some kind of mad bull or bronco or whatever you call it over there, but we just call it a bull that's just going crazy, or a horse. And I think there's different versions. I'll have to brush up on my knowledge of bucking broncos, which I think, is that a horse or is it a bull? Somebody can let me know. You can tell that I'm from the UK and we don't have this kind of stuff over here. But thank you so much for the donation, Lucy, and you guys can let me know in the chat room as to what it's all classed as, or Lucy can, because she's the resident expert in the chat room tonight. But thank you for that donation. Lisa has donated $5 as well. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. The message is, Tuesday is the best night of the week, especially when you come home completely knackered from work. Love and peace to all wingers. So thank you for that, Lisa. And hopefully we can raise your spirits a little bit and give you a little bit of energy for tonight, because being knackered from work obviously isn't good, but maybe watch the live stream and then go to sleep if it's late where you are, or maybe it's just during the day, in which case maybe have a bit of a power nap, because I am a big fan of a power nap now and again. Just grab 10 or 20 or 30 minutes. But thank you, Lisa, for that donation. And we've had another donation, and this is Lindsay, who has donated $19.99. Thank you for that, Lindsay. And the message is $19.99 across the pond funds. So thank you for that, Lindsay, and I'll put that in the fund and we will see how we get on with that. And just to mention again about the warning and the video that didn't happen last week, unfortunately, because Danny got the flu, so we'll hopefully work on something in the future there. Just talking about crossing the pond, because they are going to be crossing the pond from where they are over the Atlantic to the UK, and that will be happening at the end of this year, hopefully, fingers crossed. But obviously I'll keep you guys up to date with all of that and let you know what's happening and when. So if we can hit that thumbs up, it would be massively appreciated. We'll have a spike of the likes. And there was a question that came up in the live chat window that was asking me to show my shirt, and I can't believe that I haven't shown it, because it is the actual correct shirt to be wearing on Livestream Tuesday, and you can find this shirt in the tray underneath the video, as well as I am fully merchandised up, if that's even a term or I've just made it up. But we've got the Spike the Like mugs, just in the chat room. Like I said, they are spreading out there into the world, but also there's some t-shirts in the chat room as well. You can get this in the tray underneath the video, as well as the Spike the Like mug, which has got the logo, the same logo as this t-shirt on the front of it, so you can check that out. You can also get the other version of the shirt, which is the other Pegasus design on there. Depending on how you're feeling, you can go for that. So that is the shirt that I've got on, and it's typical that whenever I do a live stream and I'm not wearing the shirt, I'm probably showing the shirt that I've got on, and then I'm actually wearing the correct one, and I've got my shirt done up, or my hoodie done up. But there we go. I'll let a little bit of it show through just in case people join the live stream and then they want to know exactly which shirt I'm wearing, and they can get the answer just by looking at it visually. So thank you so much everybody for putting the questions in the live chat room, but also for joining me tonight and for hitting that thumbs up button, and also for everybody in the super chat window as well. And just messaging now has been Angela. It's just come up in the super chat, and it's a $5 donation. Thank you for that, Angela. And the message is, knackered, a new word over here in New York. So thank you for that donation, Angela. This is the thing that I think over here in England, there are different words that maybe mean different things over in the USA, but that just means really tired when you're knackered over here in the UK. And sometimes it can mean when something is really broken and it doesn't work anymore, you can say that it is knackered. And I think it's not swearing, it's just a normal word over here in the UK. Hopefully it's not a swearing word over in the USA. I'm not sure. Hopefully, as you've said, that it is a new word, that it doesn't mean anything bad. But thank you so much, Angela, for another donation. So we're going to be getting into the next video for tonight. And we've had a few things mentioned on the live stream tonight already about the new CDs, which you can get at wingsofpegasus.com/store. And also Donal Logue, which I'll probably be mentioning over on Patreon over the next week as well. So you guys know exactly when that's going to happen. And look out for that analysis video, because it's going to be a cool one. I can already see it as being an interesting one to have a look at. So make sure you check that out when it comes out. And like I said, I'll be over on Patreon telling you guys over there, the people at the bottom of the screen, you, my patrons who support me so much, thank you for making this possible and the whole channel possible. But I'll let you guys know when that video is going to be coming up with Donal, because that'll be really cool. Anyway, we're going to be getting into the next video of the live stream, and this is going to be my song called Art Not Commerce. It's going to be the live version of it from my live stream gig that I did, and this was requested by Sandra over on Patreon, so thank you, Sandra, for that. As always, I'm going to be in the chat room while this is playing, and we will see you, or we will see each other after this video. If you do get a chance, please hit that thumbs up if you like this live stream, or if you like this video, or if you like the channel, because it really does help the channel to grow. And like Kathy said in the chat room, hit that thumbs up and like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, but then also tick be notified for everything ever that happens, because if you do that, you'll get all of the live stream notifications on a Tuesday night, and you'll also get every single video that I upload, which means that the video with Donal, you'll be able to find that straight away, because you'll get a notification for it and be taken straight to it. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this. This is my song called Art Not Commerce, and I'll see you guys after. Rock!
Telling me what's right, but I will make my own way.
And there we have it. That was my song called Art Not Commerce, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. We've had some more action in the super chat window. First of all, let me just mention that Linda donated another $5, and I saw Linda's comment going through. I did see it when it popped up. I think it came up a little bit late, but I think it's one of those situations, like I mentioned at the beginning of the live stream, where it takes a little bit of time to come through. But thank you, Linda, for that second $5 donation. And the message was, thanks for playing the cover I suggested. Made a list of all your covers. This and your Iris cover are at the top of my list. So thank you for that, Linda. And we've had another donation under that from Angela. And it was the whole new word, the knackered thing, which I did cover, but then we've had another donation from JC's Radiant Ray, and just Ray as could also be referred to as rather than JC's Radiant Ray, but rather than Ray, I do like to say people's full usernames on YouTube because there are some interesting ones. But Ray has donated $45. Thank you so much for that. The message is, would you care to share what made you write the lyrics? You can push me around or put me in my place, but I'll never stay there. And I think the Art Not Commerce song as a whole was written with a mind towards a past relationship. I wrote it quite a few years ago, but there are parts in there about looking a certain way and being into a particular kind of music and writing a particular style of music. People will always want you to cut your hair or conform, or like I sometimes get on the channel where people say the hard rock thing's already been done and the long hair's already been done. You have to do something original. You have to try and play music that is different. And my view has always been, play the music that you want to play, and it doesn't matter whether it's already been done or whether people like it or not, or whether they like the way you look. And I think there is a lot of pressure from standard society to look a particular way, and you know, especially for guys, if you've got long hair, especially stylized like I have, then for other guys who are more, I don't know what the word is, butch, or they think that they're the alpha male, those kind of guys will always try and push you into a corner and belittle you for your look, whereas I'm just one of those guys that will just look the way I want to look, and if people have got a problem with it, it's not really my problem, it's their problem about themselves not accepting that somebody else can look exactly how they want to. So that is, in a nutshell, that lyric that I put into that song, just about society trying to push you into a corner and push you around and put you in a particular place that you don't want to be, whereas you can just be wherever you want to be and be who you want to be. But anyway, let's not get too deep with this. Thank you so much for that $45 donation. We've had another one underneath that from Michaeline, who has donated $9.99. Thank you for that, Michaeline. The message is nice cover. So thank you for that. And I'm going to have to scroll down because there is another donation underneath this from Sandra, who has donated $24.99. Thank you for that, Sandra. The message is awesome video with a picture of a guitar and a great live stream tonight. So thank you for the kind words, and hopefully Sandra hasn't put the kiss of death on the live stream for tonight and then it keeps on working, but we will see. Thank you, Sandra, for that. Thank you everybody for tuning in the chat room, and if you can hit that thumbs up, it would be massively appreciated. It looks like we are at 195, as Rose has just stated in the live chat room. So we're looking for 5 people in the chat room to hit that thumbs up, and we will somehow already have reached the 200 goal that we set for these live streams. But thank you everybody for hitting that thumbs up. Anyway, we've had a little bit more action in the super chat window, and Yuyu has donated 250 yen. Thank you for that, Yuyu. The message is, hi Phil, do you write lyrics or melody first? And it's pretty much always melody, and I always start on the guitar and come up with a particular progression, and then the lyrics follow after that once I have an idea of what I want the song to be about. Because as you guys will know, if you've got my album, I do tend to jump around with topics for the songs, so whatever I think of, then I do the lyrics just regarding that particular theme that I might have for a song, and the melody is already pretty much written, and it's just finding the way to fit the words into that melody, and also the syllables of the words as well, so that they flow how I want them to. So yeah, it gets a little bit complicated sometimes, but it's all fine in the end. I'm never going to record a song that I think, oh, that doesn't quite fit. I always try and make everything fit as I want to. But thank you, you, for that donation. And Jen has donated $5. Thank you, Jen. The message is, since I've been listening to Eric Johnson, Satch and Vi, what's been your favourite piece to try to play, work with? And a face with I think it's like a questioning face. So I think that's a question, and I'm not exactly sure what the question is. I'll have to read that again. Since I've been listening to Eric Johnson, Satch and Vi, what's been your favourite piece to try to play, work with? So I think maybe if that's a question about what is my favourite piece to play, I don't really play pieces, only when I have to learn something to either do a cover, or if I'm learning something to teach. I did go through the Van Halen Eruption show-off piece, which was quite cool to get down, because it's something that you really have to go through it and make sure that you get all the notes that are in there. So that was fun. Also, the solo by Red Beach on the song that I played earlier, Miles Away, that was a really cool solo. Generally, anything that is hard rock, like Bon Jovi and Whitesnake and Winger, like we had earlier, all those kinds of solos. Also Lynch Mob and George Lynch, getting down his solos are good fun. So something that does fall into that category of 80s hard rock, I do like to get those solos down, because it's just my preferred genre and I enjoy the way that those solos sound. So thank you, Jen, for that question. Hopefully I've answered the question as you meant it, but thank you for that $5 donation. And Angela has donated again, and this is $5. Thank you for that, Angela. And the message is, do not conform. So thank you, and don't worry, it's much too late for me now to conform to anything, because I've been doing this Wings of Pegasus thing for quite a while, and my hair's been like this for quite a while as well. Even though in the last video, you can see here, it is getting a little bit full on the side, but in that video on the live stream, I used to have the hair at the side of my head that would grow out and then get volumized, whereas now I have that shaved underneath so that it all lies a bit flatter. So I don't want to start talking about hair, but that's why I saw that video on the live stream and I thought that does look a little bit crazy. So we get a little bit of an undercut going on so that it doesn't explode out to the side, and it's a lot better for everybody. But thank you so much for that donation, Angela, and it's great advice for anybody. Do not conform, because if you do, eventually it's one of those things that eats away at your soul, not being who you are and doing the things that you want to do, and eventually there'll be a cut-off point where something will give and you have to just be yourself, and you might have wasted maybe 5 years of your life not being yourself, but then knowing that you should have been yourself all along. It's just having the bravery sometimes to just be yourself and not conform to anything. But thank you, Angela, for that donation. We are going to be getting into the next video, but we have had some more likes, so thank you everybody for hitting that thumbs up, and it looks like we've had 17 likes, is that, if my maths is correct, from 290 that we were at, or was it 295? I think it was 295 we were at. So thank you everybody for hitting that thumbs up button, and if you still want to hit that thumbs up, you can do. If you haven't used your valuable thumbs up yet in the live stream, then we can get a spike of the likes for, where are we? At 5 to 1 in the morning here in the UK. And we've just had another donation, and this is Luan, who has donated $2. Thank you for that. The message is, would you ever try to play Steve Vai? So thank you for that, and I've certainly got the right guitar for it. And it's just one of those things that I don't have a lot of time at the moment. I used to do a new cover every month, but I wasn't doing a new video every night. I was literally doing one cover video a month, and it takes about 2 weeks to get it down. And at the moment, I just haven't got the time to dedicate 2 weeks to doing another cover. I would probably better spend my time, and I prefer to spend my time interacting with you guys and doing a live stream Tuesday every week rather than just leaving it every third week and maybe fourth week. I'd much rather to do the analysis videos, look at other players, spread the word about other players, and then if I do get a chance to do something, then I can do those covers. But like I said, it takes a couple of weeks to get down a song. And with Steve Vai, it is one of those guitarists that I'm more into with his kind of techniques in there, but it's not something that I've looked into doing as a cover yet, and it hasn't been requested yet. So I think there are a lot of people who do covers of guitarists' songs and show-off pieces, and they tend to do their own version of it, whereas I like to try and get down something as close as I can technically, but also the sound of it, and that's what I was going for with the Eruption cover that somebody requested that I do, so I had to go at that, but that was good fun as well. And maybe in the future I'll never write anything off to do a Steve Vai cover, but thank you, Luan, for that donation and for the question. And Rose has donated $5 again. Thank you, Rose. And this is a message saying, for hair, cereal and moths, all the golden oldies. So thank you for that, Rose, and we'll have to try and steer away from the hair topic again, but thank you for that donation. Thank you, everybody, for the Super Chat donations tonight. We're going to be getting into the next video and the last video for tonight's live stream, and this is going to be Unwanted Stranger. This was requested by Lisa over on Patreon, so thank you for requesting this, Lisa. It's going to be the lyric video, but also the official music video. And just talking about the official music video thing, because I did that same thing for Running Blind earlier in the week, and I did make that a premiere video that I have never done before, so I just did that in order to have a look at what the premiere video is. And it's pretty much like this, where we have the chat room, but we also get to see the comments in the chat room whilst the video is playing, even though it's a pre-recorded video and it's released in a live kind of way. So it was interesting to do that, and I might do that again in the future, but now I know what it's all about. Then thank you also everybody who joined me for that premiere earlier in the week. Was it on Sunday, or I think it was Saturday night that I did that? So thank you guys for joining me in that chat room then. We're going to be getting into this video now. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. It's Unwanted Stranger, and this is going to be the last video for the live stream. So if you can give this a thumbs up, the live stream, that would be great. If you're watching this in the future, you can still hit that thumbs up. It really does help the channel to grow and to get out there and for more people to see the videos and subscribe. So we'll have a look at this, and I'll see you guys after. Rock!
Told me something about you that I didn't want to know. Look me right in the eye, and then you placed your head on my shoulder. This position that you put me in, you're on a mission to take my world from around me. Wide awake. with a letter. I'll never forget her.
And there we have it. That was my song called Unwanted Stranger. I hope you guys enjoy that. And all of the songs, apart from the cover, of course, are available from my website, wingsofpegasus.com/store. And somebody did ask in the comments section a few days ago about doing a covers album. And this is something that has been in the works for ages, because the problem with doing a covers album and releasing it legally, I'm sure there are people that do it illegally, but getting it all sorted and getting the copyrights and getting the permission from the copyright holders for, say, 10 or 12 songs is a bit of a nightmare, because it's been in the works for over a year trying to get the copyrights. But maybe, fingers crossed, at some point in the future, when I'm about 60 or 70, maybe I'll be able to release that covers album, but we will see. But that is just the way it is, unfortunately. But all of the songs that I've done that were originals tonight, which was Don't Cry, Art Not Commerce and Unwanted Stranger, are all on the album. And I do have a link to the website here, which has worked, and you can head over there in order to pick yourself up a new album, which is now available. I'm going to try and put in the picture of the albums. There we go. Talk about being organized tonight. I thought that this would all mess up, but it's great. So those were the albums. That picture from earlier today of the new batch of albums that have just come in. So you can check that at wingsofpegasus.com, and I send those out from here, and I'll sign them if you want to as well. There's an option for all that kind of stuff. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, and we will just get the super chat window on screen, because there has been another donation, and this is from Lou, who has donated $20. Thank you for that, Lou. The message is, it's my birthday today, so everybody say happy birthday to Lou in the chat room, whose birthday it is today, and I hope you've had a great day and continue to have a great day if it isn't over yet. We've also just had some messages going through the live chat room, and Mario is in the house. So everybody say hello to Mario, because he did get a mention earlier when I was talking about the Steve Vai gem that he kindly sent to me. So hello, Mario. And everybody says hello to Mario in the live stream. It's just the way that it works around these parts. So everybody, hello Mario, and he's joined in right at the end of the live stream. Maybe he was here a little bit earlier, but we've only just noticed that Mario is in there. So thank you everybody for tuning in tonight, and for all of the donations in the super chat window, for your guys' support at the bottom of the screen here, my patrons, and fingers crossed, in the future, everything is going to be fine with the analysis videos. Sometimes another thing that does come up with the copyright claims and all of those kind of things with the videos that I do cover, some people ask, how do you get away with doing the videos and featuring the music? And other people who have channels get copyright claims on their videos, and I don't get away with it. I'm in exactly the same boat. So it means that I think some YouTubers have their channel as their main source of income. So it means that when they do a video and then they don't make any money from it, it is really a big problem for them, because that is their main stream of income. And with me, I might do videos that are copyright claimed, so I don't earn anything on the majority of my analysis videos. I'm not making any money for them, but it doesn't really affect me because obviously you guys support me so much on these live stream Tuesdays that it allows me to keep on going and not have to worry about copyright claims on the videos. I can still upload them, and it doesn't really matter if I don't get any money for each video that I do every night. And also I have patron support over on Patreon as well. So because of you guys, I literally can keep doing videos and featuring other people's performances with copyright material on there, and I'll get a copyright claim. But there's a difference between a copyright claim, which is where you make no money, which I don't really mind so much, obviously, because it's not my main source of income. And there's copyright strikes. Now, a copyright strike is where you keep using somebody's material and they don't want you to, and you keep on doing it, and then you'll get a strike on your channel. And if you get 3 of those, you then get your channel taken down because somebody doesn't want you using their music and you keep on using it, and YouTube then step in order to stop you doing that. So you get 3 strikes, but fortunately, fingers crossed, everything's fine because I don't mind the copyright claim thing. It doesn't really affect me too much. And for other channels, it's obviously, like I said, a little bit more of a big deal. But thank you everybody for tuning in and watching those videos. You'll know that sometimes there is a copyright block, which means that the song that I'm looking at has not been allowed to be seen by anybody in particular territories. And I think it is determined by where I'm releasing it. So if I'm in the UK, people will be able to watch it here in the UK because I've watched it, but then people in the USA might not be able to see it because it's very complicated on the territories and what is copyright and what is allowed to be shown, and then it won't be allowed to be shown in the UK, but then it will be in the USA, but then it won't be in Canada, and then it will be in France or something. So yeah, there are certainly very complicated rules that apply, but sometimes there is a video that is a copyright block, which means it cannot be seen anywhere, and that's when I have to do the re-edits and I re-upload without the audio section of the video. But hopefully that's cleared it up a little bit for people asking about the copyright claims and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight and for hitting that thumbs up. And if you haven't done that, you can still do that right at the end of the live stream. We're almost at 1:10 in the morning here and in the UK. Of course, if you want to check whether this is actually live, then just put into Google what the time is, and in the UK, London, and you'll be able to find whether you're watching it live or not, because you probably aren't, because it's getting towards the end of the live stream now. And please don't do comments saying, why am I just ignoring everyone in the comments section? Because if I'm not reading your name, we've got Jen and Barbara and Debbie and Rose and KADJ and Cafolk7 and Guffitar and Malcolm and Lisa and Blind Snipers and Kathy as well. If your name isn't in there, then you're probably going to be watching this in the future. But you can still watch the whole live stream. I'll be uploading this to Patreon as well. And if you're watching it in the future, you can still hit that thumbs up. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, you might be able to find out when the time is where you are, where the live stream happens, and then you can join us live at some point. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Also, just a quick shout out to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, because we're going to be ending the live stream now, but the whole conversation and the live stream will continue with all of you guys in the live chat room over on Facebook. And that's Vince that hosts that, and also Laura takes care of the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. So you can go over there, join that group, and continue the conversation over there after this live stream. And thank you everybody for tuning in tonight, for all of the donations, and it's just fortunately worked. I always hesitate to say when things are working, because fingers crossed this has been okay for tonight, for the whole live stream, apart from when I tried to move things around and it got a little bit jumpy, but that was my own fault. So apologies for that. But I will see you guys in the comment section of the analysis videos every single night, apart from Tuesday night, of course, where we go live. But if I don't see you there, I'll see you in the same time, the same place, fast forwarding by exactly a week and 1 hour and 10 minutes, where I'll be live again next Tuesday for Livestream Tuesday. So thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. I'll see you guys then. And now we have to see if I can do a smooth ending. And I've done it 3 weeks in a row. So we will see how this goes. It could backfire now that I've put the kiss of death on my own live stream ending. But we will see how this goes. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to my patrons, because they make everything possible. When I've just explained about the copyright claims, they are the reason that I can just continue and not have to worry about having a copyright claim and therefore make no money on an analysis video, because of all the support from them at the bottom of the screen, but also you guys in the chat room and the super chat as well. And a lot of patrons do pop up in the super chat window. So thank you guys for all of your support. I will see you guys the same time, the same place next week, and I'll keep you guys informed over on Patreon about that Donal Logue video, because that's going to be a cool one. So I'll see you guys at the next analysis video, and I'll see you guys next week. And just quickly at the end, Jen has snuck in there with a $5 donation, and the message is superficial moment, no Gillette action, with a smiley face. So thank you, Jen, for that, and maybe that's to do with shaving or something, I don't know, but thank you anyway for that donation right at the end of the live stream. I'm going to be calling it a night now, so I'll see you guys in the comment section tomorrow night, or same time, same place next week. So I'll catch you guys later.